All right, this is Ragboy.
RJ.
And so we're getting ready for the season, although you can tell by our attire that it is very cold. It's supposed to snow today, RJ.
Oh, really?
It's supposed to snow.
It's cold like it's going to snow today.
Yeah, it is. But today we're going to talk to Sean Cummings. And Sean Cummings, dude, he's coming to the Wakesurf Open.
Awesome.
Is he doing anything special?
Yes, he is.
What's
he's
that?
going to be one of the instructors for the clinic.
He's going to be a clinic?
No, he's going to be one of the instructors.
He's going to do a clinic.
Yeah.
Cool. Does he do okay? Does he coach all right? He just says okay?
Just don't tell him that.
Oh, that's right. Are we going to have to give refunds for his? All right, so let's bring Sean on. Sean, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
We're just messing with you. We love Sean. Sean's been coming to from the very first Wakesurf Open, and then even before the Wakesurf Open, we were just going to the smaller events. That's how we met Sean, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what those were called back then? I thought those were just like gatherings.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they were quite competitions, but they were fun. I mean, everybody got together, and there was really no audience. All it was just the people.
Yeah, it was just the people who surf.
Yeah. But Sean, so I have, it's really cold, and I'm wearing my San Francisco Giants beanie. So I have one of your beanies here.
Oh, the custom swimmer's cap.
Yeah, the thing is it wasn't made for gigantic heads, so it looks like an oversized yarmulke.
That is awesome. I love it. It should be like your Facebook or Wake9 profile picture.
Awesome.
So anyway, first of all, Sean, are you excited about the West Coast Open? You're going to do a clinic and everything?
I am excited. I always look forward to doing the clinics there because everybody wants to do really good in the events. So, being able to step up and show some people some tricks, even sometimes my competitors, some tricks in the event right before the.
So do you leave out the really good stuff? Is that what you're saying?
I try not to. I don't try to do stuff like that. I try to show everything I can and still try to make it fun at the same way without them getting frustrated in what they're learning.
So are you? Do you have anything new you're working on for your competitions this year?
Well, I can't always say that stuff. There are a couple new things that you'll see me do that I'd say only one other guy I've seen do. Actually, one of my teammates.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
I wonder who that would be.
I don't know. But with this crazy California weather, I've still been able to be out on the boat and the snow. And actually, it was like 2 weeks ago when we had the warm spell. I was riding in Tahoe from about 10 till 1, and then I was on my boat from about 2 to 5.
Awesome.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
So it's, the water is still about 55, 56 degrees, but, with the wetsuit and whatnot, it's nice. So I'm getting some early training already in this season.
Oh, that's very cool. We just got our new, the 2012 Tyga XIII, and we definitely plan on having you down to help us break it in, as always. But we haven't had a chance yet. But I'm really excited to get you on it because, the RZ2 was a little steeper, and you know how the 24 VE is not quite so steep, and this one is more adjustable like that. So I want to see what you think.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
How long have you been wake skimming for, or wake surfing?
Wake skimming? Waterboarding?
Waterboarding.
Wow. Honestly, that's a great question. Maybe 7-8 years, I would say.
Wow.
I mean, how many years have we had competitions now? Pretty much since we had Worlds at Clear Lake at Boardstock years ago. That was my second contest ever. So let's see, about a year before that. So that's probably about 7-8 years now.
So what was your first contest?
My first one was actually, at the Delta. A really small contest, actually where I met Tommy Sasheen.
Oh, okay.
And it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds, just crazy chaos. I went to throw a shove it, and the wind caught it, and I actually did more like a...
Turned into a helicopter?
It turned into more of what's now called a Gumby shove.
Oh, I went the wrong way. That's actually funny.
That is funny.
Whatnot, and I went away with second place in the event, so it was pretty awesome.
So how long have you been wake surfing before your competitions? How'd you get involved?
Funny way is just I used to wakeboard a lot. Grew up heavily in the Delta wakeboard scene and whatnot, and, with Ricky G and all those guys, and broke some ribs one day. Some nice broken ribs, and it was actually 2004. Yeah, 2004 was the first year I had a Singer V230. 13 people on the boat, loaded down with weight, just going big behind it. Came down, wearing outlaw jackets, elbow into the ribs, and didn't even realize my ribs were broken. for weeks actually. But I knew something was wrong, and being on a boat in the beginning of the season, I wanted to be back in the water. And I grew up ocean surfing and skimboarding, and I just saw some guys doing it one day, and I went over and asked them to borrow their board and whatnot on our boat, and they came on our boat, and I struggled so bad to get up with broken ribs.
Oh,
But I got up and I was like, wow, I'm liking this. And then I just, for 3 months, my ribs were that bad I couldn't pull on a rope, but I was able to start on a swim deck and just kind of ease my way.
Oh, funny.
So I just went from there and just really got sucked into it.
So did you just start with wake skimming, with the skim boards? Or did you...
I did, actually, because, well, the first board I actually rode was the basic Hyperlight Broadcast. So this guy had, so I rode that, and then I got a CWB Tsunami, and then I ran into Jeff Page at one of the Tulloch events.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, how are you riding that thing? I go, well, watch. And he was like kind of amazed what I was doing on it, and then he gave me a nice inland skimboard, which I still have somewhere around here. And of course, I'll never get rid of it because it was my first one. And since then, I got into that and started riding for inland and started riding surf style and whatnot. But then coming from more of a skimboard background from the beach, it's like it just stuck with me. So
yeah.
So what do you think about the way skimming behind the boat has progressing with the different tricks and, like you said, the Gumby shoves and all the and you and Keenan and others have really been pushing. Where do you think it's going?
It's blowing my mind too. It's like, last year when you're seeing, 540 shows with 360 varials on top of it, it's like, whoa, like I didn't even think about trying that, or, Gumby shoves, it's a very basic trick, but but it's actually really hard to do. But now try doing, say a 360 Gumby shove, kind of open, yeah. Think about that one.
Yeah, that sounds intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it, you can come from I watch a little bit of wake skating here and there, so a lot of the tricks are interchangeable.
Yeah.
So and then actually just watching street skating, you kind of think of different variations and whatnot, then you go out on your board and try it. Otherwise, like at our house in Tahoe, we have 2 different style Indo boards, so we play on those things constantly. We even have like padding set up for certain times and whatnot to try some stupid things.
So we have another competition going to be coming up this summer where we're going to be doing the MyWake, which you did 2 years ago online. But basically, if you win one of the 4 contests, then you get invited to, right after the Wakesurf Expo, MyWake, we're going to have an actual competition at a lake in Orlando with the best of the best. So I mean, are you gonna put a run in and see if you can get in there?
I'm all in.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to that one because I'm really looking forward to going to a competition where you get to see wakeboarders, wake skaters, and wake surfers, and the best of the best going at it. That's going to be so much fun.
I did see the whole MyWake website and everything come out, and I was pretty excited to see that and how it's definitely a lot bigger than it was. Yeah, so I know last year we had talked about it, if one was going to happen, and it didn't, but it was. It's huge because you can ride on your own wake, and it's just so different when you ride your own wake versus going somewhere else. So
well, when we did the first one, it was kind of a test, and the thing we were looking at was, if we do this, we don't want people to think, okay, you get to ride on your wake, but then doing the invitational afterwards, it's like you couldn't have fluked it. If you win on your wake and then you come and you win, at the lake, then it's like, I mean, that's really throwing something down. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure.
So we're really excited about that.
It's one of those things though. Like if you are that good, you should be able to throw down on anything.
Yeah. That's
so,
right.
Given it may not be your best run, it's like you learn to adapt really quick. I mean, you see, we go behind all these different boats and whatnot. The wake's small but steep, or it's big and flat. You just have to learn to adjust to it. And, that's one of the hardest part in an event is, with getting up and before that buoy, knowing what kind of wake you're riding if you don't, have it dialed in already.
Yeah. But we won't say anything if we're going to give Sean some extra time behind a Z3. we won't say anything about that. Maybe a little. Well, he'll be bribing Jessica or something like that for runs. We'll bring you on. We'll call you Jessica's friend. That's what we'll just bring you on the boat. That'll be fun. I'd hate to be RJ. I'd hate to be on the boat when Sean is doing a MyWake run. You know how perfectionist he is?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, he'd like skip or just like a tiny little mistake, just have to redo the whole thing over again. It's going to take him like 2 weeks to do 1 2-minute run. That's what I see.
Yeah, that is exactly like what the MyWake contest was like, though. It was so many starts and stops. Like, okay, stop. Okay, stop. Record again. Record again. Record again. But then, believe it or not, like the way we trained last season, I believe helped me a lot. It was, okay, warm up, on land and everything. And literally, right as you get in the water, just think about concentrating really hard, because just like a contest, you don't get to get up and get down and, and keep going. It's like get in the water, think right off the bat, and just prepare for it instantly. Your first run will be your important run. You can't in a contest just fall right away and say, start over.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's one thing we heavily trained on last year, is just getting in the water, focusing, and then go.
So tell me, obviously, we know your company is Wake Shredder, because I think I see 7 examples of it in the frame as I'm looking at you. Not to mention my yarmulke right here.
Man, you counted them all.
Yeah, I think so. So tell us, how's Wake Shredder going? What do you got? Anything new for this year? Are you still just doing clothing or what?
Yeah, still clothing. I'm actually kind of containing down a little bit more. Focusing on some other things. I have some things in the works. One thing I can't talk about yet isn't really clothing, but it's going to be kind of big if it works out. But another thing, focusing a lot on girls' bikinis as well. I had them out on the boat a couple weeks ago and whatnot, and I mean, they sell their bikinis like crazy. I mean, they go to all kinds of shows and whatnot. They're all customized, and if you're in the area, they'll custom fit it to you and make it for you. But then we started talking about doing a joint venture with Wake Shredder and their bikinis, and just the name alone will sell them.
That just brings up a job opportunity right there. To be a custom fitter for a bikini. Do you apply for that? I mean, how you do it? Is it like Craigslist?
That's my job.
It's negative $8 an hour. You pay $8 an hour to be a custom fitter of a bikini.
Oh, that's funny.
That's one of the.
All right, it's a family show. We better be careful, but it's funny. You can't help it. It's funny.
That's one of the things I got going, and then I'm actually going to be sponsoring quite a few of the events this year. The main one I have going so far that I'm pretty much committed to is Worlds. Obviously, not exactly sure how crazy, but I already know that I'm taking over the Saturday night party and doing some other things for it. But plan on sponsoring quite a few events here this year. I'm trying to really push in that area, and like I said, with the clothing, I'm narrowing down and focusing on certain things, because now I see what's hot, what's not. And I'm actually about to do a little blowout, if I can get now that I'm free, about to put my Facebook page back together and throw up a bunch of clothing and throw it on discount just to clear out merchandise, because right around the West Coast Open is when new stuff will be coming in.
So we'll put up a link, but basically wakeshredder.com, and it sounds like you're going to have some good deals that people can get in. And I know my kids love that stuff. So they wanted to say hi to you anyway. Jessica got in trouble, so she had to leave. Thomas got and Maddie with her trucker hat. Oh, she's got another T-shirt too. So we get all the. Sean makes sure that my kids always have all the gear.
Here,
so.
I can give you a little secret of what I'm going to do at West Coast Open. So like the trucker hat that I have and Maddie has on, just a simple thing like I'm going to do is, I don't know if you've looked at my Facebook and whatnot, but I've had some people customize them themselves lately. So we're going to do a little thing for the kids. There you go. Do some things for the kids and bring a bunch of trucker hats and let them customize them the way they want them. And
fun.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
And give away a little prize, or we haven't figured out exactly what to give away yet, besides, obviously you get to keep the hat that you customize, but that's one really cool thing I've noticed is just the customizing of the trucker hats. It's so easy. Like I said, this one I'm wearing, if I can put it up there.
Awesome.
This one I'm wearing literally took just it was already a green outline. And then I outlined the green onto the words. I took some basic green spray paint, just ran over it really quick, and then I took some of it's called stone paint. You paint something so it looks like stone.
Oh, got it.
It's like it got a texture to it, and I just kind of and boom, done. And last night I was wearing it, people were like, "Oh, that's so cool." I'm like,
"That's right," because it's St. Patrick's Day today, so you got to do the green. So RJ, we're all wearing a little bit of green.
Wearing a Smith T-shirt.
Yeah, and I think at the Wakesurf Open we were going to have a face painter there too.
Nice.
So we're going to have to get the face painter, give her the logos of these companies ahead of time.
That'd be crazy.
Wakesurf, so maybe she could put a big WS on the.
Oh, I'm sure she can.
That would be cool.
I'm sure my face will be painted too.
We'll have to paint your face on my cheek. Because that would be real face painting. Because it's not just that you paint on a face, you're painting a face on a face.
That'd be awesome.
That's awesome, Sean.
Wake and then Shredder underneath it.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome, man. So, it sounds like you got a lot going on. This is going to be a great summer. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. So
we do have one more cool thing happening right before your West Coast Open. I don't even think you know about it, but Caroline Villeneuve and I are doing a camp down in Arizona.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Down May 7th to 16th. So May is going to be crazy for me because I'm coming probably straight from there to your event.
Wow.
And but we'll be down there at Parker where we were for Worlds. And we'll be teaching we have, 3-day, 5-day, and 10-day camps, I believe is what it is. So her and I will be down there for a good 10 days teaching a camp. So I'm waiting for a flyer to come in my email so I can start blasting it out everywhere.
Well, send us a copy and we'll make sure that we put something up on Wake9. That's great. So anyway, take a look at wakeshredder.com, wake9.com, and don't forget West Coast Open MyWake coming up. So anyway, Sean, take it easy, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right.